All right, guys, welcome. We're live. Happy Monday evening. If you're just tuning in, we're going to be going live Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, schedule permitting. This week on Friday, I have a wrestling show, so if I go live, it probably won't be until I get home. So just a heads up, but we'll do makeup days as well. So if I can't stream Friday, we'll stream Saturday, whatnot. But we're just now getting started. I'm gonna wait for you guys to get in here and get situated so we can begin. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Happy Monday. Let's get you guys in here. What is up, Nikki Wampole? How is it going? I'm gonna say hi to each and every single one of you guys as y'all come in. I'm gonna open myself a can of Diet Coke goodness. Roadkill, how's it going? I'm gonna give you guys like I don't know till about 5 minutes to get in here. We'll get started. What's up, Yoki? It's been a minute. What's up, Neil? It's been a minute. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button the second that you get in here. I'm gonna reuse my Whataburger cup. I'm gonna put my soda. Now make this make sense, guys. You buy a large, right? You buy a large cup. You put a soda in the large cup, a can, and it goes up to like right here. That don't make sense. A can of Coke almost fills up the large. Who's lying to us? Who's lying to us here? What's up, Eddie One? It's been a minute. I'm seeing a few faces in the chat I have not seen here in a while. Hopefully you guys have a good time. And make sure you have your notifications. Make sure your alerts are on so you don't miss when I go live. I did not watch WWE on Netflix today. I was not home. I was not home. I didn't get home until about 9 o'clock, so I watched the last hour. So I'm going to wait for you guys to get in here. Make sure you hit the fucking like. You guys watch people like Shady J and Billy, and y'all have no problem hitting the like button for those people. Hit it for me. I'm gonna shame you guys. I'm gonna shame you guys. You gotta hit like for me. You gotta give me some love too, alright? We're out here in the fucking streets. We got a docket too. Yeah, I made a docket for tonight. You always hear Local Live talking about how they don't have a docket, that the docket team's unreliable. I made this myself, guys. This is the professional ass docket with talking points, with URLs to click, with summaries of events. I got 12 fucking topics to talk about tonight on tonight's show docket. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. I got 14 topics. So I made this docket. I don't know if you guys watch Local Live, but they're always like, fire the docket team and the docket team sucks and blah, 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 blah. Wasn't that hard to make a docket if y'all are watching this and you're on the docket team? If you're on the docket team, it's not that hard to make dockets. All right. So yeah, we're going to talk. We're going to hang out. We're going to chill a little bit. It's cold where I'm at. It was like in the 30s where we were at. So Yoki says, I got shadow banned from leaving comments and it took me over a month to find out. So I thought no one could see my chat. No, I mean, I don't know. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Lurkers, you're welcome, but at least give me a proof of life. Hit a 1 if you're here. And hit that like button. We got 17 viewers, 7 likes. That's some bullshit that you guys aren't respecting me that much. So, all right. So we're going to talk about the first thing. I made a video about this the other day. And it's something that I wanted to touch up on because I'm getting pretty fucking excited about it. I'm getting very excited about the Switch 2 coming out soon. And if you guys weren't aware, an actual leak of the Joycon design came out the other day. I made a YouTube short about this. I know a lot of you guys don't watch shorts, so you probably didn't see it. So I wanted to touch up on this. We're getting close to an actual, like, full-fledged fucking Switch 2 release coming out here really soon. So I'm probably going to start covering this and talking about it now that it's official. But yeah, according to this is leaked, like, this is like official, guys. These well, this isn't the image. This is just a regular Joy-Con. But there was a leak online just to touch up on this, and it was from a Reddit. I think it was the Nintendo Switch 2 Reddit. And one main thing is that there's a button release mechanism where on the back of it there's like a third button. Let me show you guys the actual screenshot. So this is what was printed on not printed, posted on X. So rumor, more images of the Switch 2 Joy-Cons have emerged. They spelled emerged wrong, but who's counting the typos here? So we have I guess the side of the left controller and the back of it. And what's cool is the rail is actually colored. It's like inverted because usually on the Switch 1, the rail was black. Okay. So this is pretty much confirmed. And there's some new stuff about it. There's a new locking mechanism. So there, again, like I said, there's a button release system that's going to basically take care of the rails. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but like there's problems with accidentally detaching from the Switch console. I've also had my rails on my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons bend, like when I drop the fucking thing or if I accidentally pulled off too hard. And then there's an optical sensor here that apparently is speculated to support advanced motion tracking or AR features. So we all know Nintendo is in love with motion capture and Wii remote bullshit and all this crap. It's stuff that they've had for quite some time. They can't get away from the fucking gimmicks. Right? They can't get away from the fucking gimmicks. They got to have all these gimmicks. We're stuck, all right? I'm not a fan of motion control, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I will say, when the Wii first came out, the novelty was there. When the Switch came out, I rarely play with the Joy-Cons. I have a Pro controller that I use. I rarely use the Joy-Cons just because the back is just way too flat. Which, looking at this, I'm a little upset that the back is still flat. Like, if you're playing it handheld, it just hurts my fucking fingers to have my fingers behind the console like this. You know what I mean? And they're also like I know I have tiny hands, but I feel for like you big boys that have big fucking hands with these Joy-Cons. I really fucking feel with you guys that have big hands. These look like they're just as small. I was hoping we would have seen a bigger, substantial difference as far as optics go. But then again, I guess they don't want to go too far from the Switch success. On top of that, there's supposed to be larger buttons, concealed buttons that are supposed to be giving better hand comfort, but I don't think they do. And yeah, so I don't know. I think the main thing that we're probably going to see is better motion capture or motion movements and stuff. And yeah, like Eddie One says, I wish they had an option for a real D-pad. Like put an actual D-pad on there. The one thing about the Joy-Cons is that it had like the 4 little buttons. What's up, Sniping is Fun? How you doing, Steven? That tripped me out. There's an airplane flying above. It sounded like my doorbell for a second. I was like, wait, somebody ringing my fucking doorbell at 10:45 at night? But no, it was like it turned into the noise at an airplane, like when an airplane's flying overhead. I was like, what the fuck? I had to turn a minute and be like, am I hearing my doorbell? So how many of y'all saw this? How many of y'all saw this Switch 2 leak? Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm actually a little tapped out on Nintendo right now as far as the Switch goes. I really haven't touched my Switch in quite some time. I can't even tell you the last Switch game I bought. It was probably Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm completely burnt out on the Nintendo Switch at this point. I'm pretty much just waiting for the next console to come out. Maxim says, Eric, I heard Jay's mom really loved the Wii, especially when it rumbled. I heard she liked the N64 controller, and she'd put the middle handle down there with the rumble pack. Let me move this little thing over here so I have more room for both things. I feel All right. All right, so I got my little Chizat down here. Dead by Daylight, says Roadkill. What about Dead by Daylight? Now, I'm going to check out the comments of this thread because I've been loosely following the Switch 2 leaks and stuff like that. I've been loosely following it. I haven't really been paying attention to it much. So I'm pretty excited about it. Like, as we're zooming in towards it, I'm probably going to start paying attention more towards these leaks and more information. I know just the other day, allegedly, the motherboard showed up as well. I find myself playing Xbox and PlayStation 5 a lot more than my Nintendo Switch right now. What's up, Kenny? Only game you really want on Switch is Metroid Prime 4. Main reason why you got yours to begin with. That game is not going to come out anytime fucking soon. To be completely honest, that game was announced like the first year. That game was like announced like a teaser the first year. We're coming into like year 8. I don't know. Like, Nintendo shit or get off the pot when it comes to Metroid. So let's see what else people are saying here. Nintendo has definitely lost some control over the Switch 2 narrative because of these almost daily leaks rumors. The sooner Nintendo makes the announcement, the sooner they have the software showcase and developers are permitted to actually talk about the system, the better. I completely agree with that. I completely, absolutely fucking agree with that. I almost kind of think that, like, hear me out. This is a little bit of a theory. I think a lot of companies, like, let's say like with Red Dead, how we've seen GTA 6 leaks and stuff like that. I think sometimes companies say, hey, accidentally leak a little something, show a little something. So we're not ready to announce yet, but we'll trend on social media and it'll get the hype going on. I feel that's what's happening. I feel a lot of these leaks that are coming out are Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs that are being dropped slowly by Nintendo. Because it's a slow time of the year. Christmas just happened, right? They want people to buy games and accessories with their Christmas presents. If they come out and they announce a Switch 2's coming out officially, nobody's going to buy anything that's out right now. They're going to wait for when the Switch 2 comes out. So I feel it's like an unofficial inside job a little bit. Now, this is a good point right here. Launch can't be too far away if they've been manufacturing these for a minute. So, I mean, this looks like a finished product, in my opinion, doesn't it? And Yoki says these Switch leakers need to realize it's backwards compatible and put a damn game on it. I mean, at this point, if it could run on the Switch 2, all of these third-party companies need to just put it. Who cares if it's like a 5 or 6 year old fucking PS4 game? Just fucking put it on there, right? PP Head, nice username. We are going to talk about Hulk Hogan in a little bit. We're going to definitely talk about Hulk Hogan a little bit. That's why I have him on the thumbnail. I'm waiting for more people to get here so we can get to the meat. Right now we're at the vegetables, guys. So these stories are the veggies for the night. You know, you eat your vegetables, your carrots, your peas. You be a good little boy. You eat your veggies, and then we eventually get to the meat and potatoes, and then after that we get to the dessert because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got stuff from Netflix tonight. We also have Alyssa Mercante's first YouTube video. She posted a YouTube video, and we have a few other things. I want to give my take on Elon Musk trying to say that negativity won't be promoted anymore on Twitter and stuff like that. So just kind of getting the juices warmed up for tonight. I do appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that like button. Yoki says Nintendo Switch doesn't scratch the itch, but I went on a holiday eShop sales for backwards compatibility. There's still a lot of stuff I gotta get. I gotta get the last Zelda, which was Echoes of Wisdom. I gotta get the last Mario Party. There's a few games. There's like 5 Switch games I didn't pick up that I need to get. What's up, Master Zoda? Happy New Year. Feeling cursed yet after the medallion? No, I shipped that thing off. I'm good. I didn't have any bad luck with it. I didn't have any curse. I was hoping more like the meme would have taken off a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. You know, Local Live was doing their thing with the curse. I was hoping that would have came up in the docket. But instead, they chose to put a story up of me liking a tweet about Rich's kid that was taken completely out of context that I apologize for. They focused on that, on a troll story, instead of the fun story, which was the Sonichu medallion, which would have went right alongside Boogie's little Chris Chan Sonichu arc and all of that. But what can we say? I digress. What's up, Kenny Lang? Cheers. I don't have beer tonight. I do have a soda, though. So cheers, guys. Roadkill says GD Sonichu. So how many of you guys push one in the chat if you're going to be getting a Switch 2 when the time has come? When the time has come to get a Switch 2. Now, here's a comparison. This was an interesting photo right here. It says the comparison between Switch 2 and Switch 1 Joy-Cons. Look at those massive top buttons. So here's definitely a improvement right here. So this one on the right is the Switch, like the present day Switch right here. Again, like I said, the rails are black. And then here's the two shoulder buttons, the SL and the SR. And then you have, like, I guess this was the sync button. And then over here, this is the Switch 2. This is going to be the new and approved. Buttons are much bigger, which is nice. And it looks like it's a little centimeter bigger. I don't know. Henlo says, how much does it cost? It literally has not been officially announced yet, so we don't know how much it costs. Everything is pretty much drip feeding out at this point, except an official confirmation from Nintendo. Now, I don't think there was enough of a substantial upgrade between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, but let's be honest, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get this anyway, so I figured. Yeah, Sniping says, let's be honest, it's Nintendo. We're all going to get it. Even though I haven't touched my Switch in forever, like at this point. If you really want to think about it, like, if they launch this Switch 2, like, right now, like this year, what are they going to have? What are we going to have? There's no way in fuck we're going to have a full, like, Breath of the Wild style Zelda game. We'll probably have like a smaller one, like an Echoes of Wisdom or a Link's Awakening remake or something like that. Unless they have a surprise and we get an Ocarina of Time remake, that would be cool. But we're probably not going to get that. We'll probably get a new Mario. It's overdue. I think like there hasn't been a brand new 3D Mario in several years. There was Bowser's Fury that came out with 3D World. And then there was also Super Mario Wonder and a couple of like the 2D Marios. But like a full-fledged 3D Mario, maybe we'll get that. There's other stuff. But I don't know. I feel that they're going to probably focus on upgrading current Switch graphics. Like if they could make a HD upgrade to like Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and stuff like that, I'll be 110% behind that. I think that would be cool. Like if the Switch 2 can give like a substantial optimization on the graphics and frame rate for some of these games, I'll be for that. But knowing Nintendo, what they would do is they would just re-release Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild as a new version and not give the old version an upgrade. You would have to pay for like the game one more time. You expect a Smash Ultimate Deluxe? Yeah, we'll probably get a Smash with all the DLC included. Sniping says F-Zero at launch. I mean, it could happen. Well, here's a funny thing, and I made a video about this a long time ago. Miyamoto went on record back in 2013, 2014. He went on record to say that he has no clue why people would want another F-Zero. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't think Nintendo likes F-Zero themselves. I'm indifferent about it. Like, I don't hate the game. I'm not a fan of racing stuff outside like Mario Kart. But we'll see, right? So what do you guys think about this Switch 2 Joy-Con leak, guys? I think there's potential here. I think there's a lot of potential here. If I'm being honest, I do wish that the graphics would have been a little bit higher on the upcoming Switch console. But what can we do? Now, speaking of it, us talking about games that could probably be ported, there was a rumor going around right now about a game being ported over to the Switch 2. And honestly, it's a game that I did play for a little bit. Came out like a year or two ago. I'm not sure, but Gotham Knights. Now, this game kind of had like a mixed reception. How many of you guys in this chat played Gotham Knights? Push one in the chat if you have played Gotham Knights. Now, this is a rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. I'm just reacting to what I'm reading here. I'm just reacting to what I've saw online, so we're just talking about these trending topics. But if you've played Gotham Knights, let me know in the chat. I played it briefly. I think I'm in the final chapter, and it had a lot of mixed reviews. It went on sale fast. The only reason why I even played it was because it was practically like $20 when I picked it up. I think Sweet Baby Inc. was involved with this. What's up, Michael McCafferty? Anyone says, what are the chances we carry over our Switch games? They said that it would be backwards compatible, Eddie, already. They already announced that. So I guess not too many of you played Gotham Knights. Basically, the main premise is that Batman's dead. He's gone. So there's this crew of Robin, Dick Grayson, and Batgirl, and then the other Robin, Tim, what the fuck's his name? Drake? Is it Tim Drake? Or Drake Grayson? Dick Grayson, Tim, I forget the fucking Robins, because I don't really follow comic books. So, yeah, according to this, there's going to be a release for this. There's a YouTuber, of course. It's always these YouTubers that have all these leaks. So again, take it with a grain of Jason Todd. That's who it was. Jason Todd. This YouTuber named Dr.81 found a LinkedIn profile, right? Mentioning that they worked on Gotham Knights for 2 unannounced platforms. So it's basically hinting that it could be coming out to the Switch 2. Again, take that with a grain of salt. Nothing has been confirmed. We don't have a goddamn console date. But for the fact that there's a LinkedIn profile of a developer from Warner Brothers Montreal that's mentioning Gotham Knights being developed for 2 unannounced platforms, that's actually quite interesting in my book. So I wouldn't doubt it if it's coming to Switch 2. Why not? And you know, it sucks that we'd be getting a port. This came out 2 years ago. I think it came out in 2022. But we need to catch up with the times, right? Nintendo is always getting releases super late and all that. That was one main problem that I had with the Switch 2, is that I felt that it wasn't powerful enough. I'm like, remember when GameCube would get third-party releases when the Xbox and the PS2 would get them too? Like, you would have 3 consoles to choose a new release from. It's been a while like that. It's been a fucking while. And then the Wii would get like its own odd third-party version, like the Ghostbusters game was different than the Xbox and PlayStation 3 version. And then the Wii U would get like its own type of shit too. I feel Nintendo, yeah, it's fine. They're usually more underpowered, whatever. They want to be more affordable. At least the Switch 2 seems like the specs are a little bit better and that they could handle stuff like Gotham Knights. This game didn't exactly perform the best last gen, to be honest. 2 years ago, whatever, even when this came out on Series X and PS5, it didn't perform the best. But I think that was more attributed to being a WB Games. So if this comes out for launch, I think it could be all right. I think hopefully it runs good. It scares me because I still always doubt Nintendo and their systems abilities to actually run shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh man, Like I used to shudder. Like when Doom 2016 came out on the Nintendo Switch, I was fucking worried. I was like, man, it ain't gonna run worth a crap. What's up, Anthony? Gillis Grant, how you doing? Hogan has the Sonichu curse. Anthony Smith says, let's get the likes up. Now, somebody brought up F-Zero earlier. And like I said, what's up, Denna Timms? How you doing, dude? Good to see you here. We definitely need to get them likes up. Okay, I've seen you guys hit like on other people's streams. Okay, we definitely need to get those likes up. We got only 22 likes here. No, that's no bueno. All right, and if you're not subscribed yet, we got to hit the subscription button. So somebody brought up F-Zero, and I was telling you guys a long time ago. At the time, I think it was when the Wii U came out. Miyamoto was in an interview saying he has no clue why anybody would want a new F-Zero, but I could feel for you guys. By the way, I need a shave. My beard is starting to come up into my eyeballs, but I've been lazy. I like my scruffy Nerf herder look, by the way. There's another franchise that I wish would get a game, and it's been a while. This franchise hasn't had a game since the Wii, and that is Punch-Out. I think Punch-Out is a classic Nintendo franchise. I think it's fun. I think the Wii version was fucking amazing, actually. I thought it was great. So I pulled this up. I saw this article on Comic Book Gaming. And it said classic Nintendo franchise reportedly has no plans to be revived. And I was like, oh shit. So basically what's going on is the original Punch-Out and all the other Punch-Outs have always faced criticism of stereotypes. You know how all the enemies are like stereotypes of cultures and things like that? And Master Zoda hit it right here. Punch-Out's awesome, but it's so un-PC now that it likely won't be allowed to be made. So Imran Khan, who I'm not sure who that is, I think it's somebody that worked with the studio that developed Punch-Out Wii, I think, basically said Nintendo has no plans for Punch-Out revival because of cultural sensitivity and the company's focus on other franchises. So is that Nintendo caving into the woke mob? Yes and no, like a little bit, right? I personally wouldn't be scared, but I guess society, right? I'm tired of people worrying about getting canceled. I've stopped. Like this last year or two, I stopped worried about getting canceled. I don't give a shit if somebody gets upset. Something that I say or do, too fucking bad, right? Nintendo doesn't like to rock the boat because they're about the children. Or as Ghostbusters 2 would say, a child, right? But yeah, basically, there's no way that they're going to do a modern revival for it. Even though I think a lot of us would want a brand new Punch-Out. I think a lot of us would want a brand new Punch-Out. Like me, push one in the chat. Now, Zoda says, you think Punch-Out's limited with what kind of gameplay could be done with it? Nah, guys, if you play Punch-Out Wii, it was great. It's enough. It is just enough. You could left punch, right punch, duck, block, hit a super punch. Each fucking enemy has their own fucking weakness. It's perfect. It's a perfect game. If you don't have Punch-Out on the Wii, do yourself a favor and grab it. They even had like a special edition Nintendo Rewards download game where you can you can fight your coach, Coach Doc, right? I think that's his name, Doc. And at the end of it, you could unlock Donkey Kong and fight Donkey Kong. It was like a special limited WiiWare download that you can get if you had enough points. So yeah, apparently Nintendo is more focused on making series like how all the Mario stuff, of course, all the Zelda shit. There's a lot of IPs. Somebody actually brought up some in the chat. I think I saw Golden Sun. I think I saw F-Zero. Other things like that. Sin and Punishment, 1080 snowboarding, Wave Race. I think the issue is that Nintendo is more worried about getting money as fast as possible, and what's going to make them more money? Making another fucking Yoshi bullshit platformer, or a Kirby platformer, or a Mario Tennis, or a Punch-Out, right? Or even just porting over Luigi's, because didn't they port Luigi's Mansion 2 to Switch? They just ported Luigi's Mansion 2 to Switch not too long ago. So I think they're more focused on bringing out proven selling best-selling IPs that are family-friendly, even if it's ports. And if we're doing just ports, why don't you just port Punch-Out Wii to the Switch? Why don't you just port Punch-Out Wii to the Switch, right? So I am a little let down to see this, but who knows? Who knows how accurate this story is? Again, anytime I see a story brought up by a website, I take it as as just a rumor. Let's look at the trailer real quick. Such a great trailer. Nintendo, you better not claim it. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, damn. Shoutouts to New Blackstreet. They're live right now, too. Holy shit. They're probably ratioing me with the fucking viewer count. Such a great fucking game. I want to hook up my Wii almost so I can play this.
Welcome back. Welcome.
I like Von Kaiser. But yeah, I mean, this day and age, man, dude, when did this come out? I think this game came out like 2008. It's almost been 20 fucking years. It's 20, yeah, we're 3 years away from 20 years since Punch-Out on Wii came out. I think it was 08 or 09, somewhere around there. Maybe even earlier than that. Hold on. 7, 08? It was like 2007, 2008. Does anybody have a date? 2009. Okay. We're still 4 years removed. It's been over 15. It's been over 15 fucking years. Yoki says they should make ARMS too. Dude, I think they made ARMS and they saw it and they're like, fuck, we're not doing that again. I thought ARMS was garbage. ARMS was garbage, guys. ARMS was fucking horrendous. You think it's because Punch-Out Wii didn't sell quite well? It probably didn't, but I remember the hype when it came out, man. It is pretty fucking disappointing. I've always been a Punch-Out guy. Always been a Punch-Out guy. So, Star Fox, Punch-Out, for sure. Even if they just ported Star Fox Zero, because I didn't like the way the Wii U felt with Star Fox Zero, and if they brought Punch-Out Wii over, I'd be happier than a pig in shit. Like, I wouldn't have any complaints. I wouldn't even need a brand new game out of those two franchises. Just give me Punch-Out Wii and Star Fox Zero, and I'd be good to go. Good to go. And fuck it, port over like the last F-Zero. What was it? GX or what was that? I don't even remember. Who's all here? Who's all here? Sorry when I get going in the on the topics, I'm not checking the chat much. I'm just trying to keep my train of thought and all of that. Simon says they can cry about stereotypes, but that's what made the characters in Punch Out so memorable. I fucking agree. Piston Honda, fucking Tiger. What was the Indian guy? Von Kaiser, Soda Popinski. It was the best part. And that's what made old school wrestling awesome too. That's what made old school pro wrestling awesome was all like every single character was like from a country or a different different nationality and had a different gimmick. Like that's what we want. Who cares? Like how much of it? And you know what? Usually it's the people that are like not even from there, right? Not even from there. Like it's usually like some kind of SJW from Portland, Oregon, or California, or Seattle, or New York, or whatever, and they're offended for that culture. Like, did y'all know when Mario Odyssey came out, there was people saying that it was racist and cultural appropriation that Mario could wear a sombrero in the game? Did y'all know that? I'm a Mexican. I loved that. I thought it was adorable. That you could put Mario in a sombrero outfit with a poncho and everything. I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, as a Mexican, I fucking loved it. To me, that wasn't offensive. That wasn't something that I was like, oh, this is racist and all that. I remember I made a video about that. I can't believe people get butthurt. Oh, it's not sensitive to cultures for Punch-Out. Like, get out of here. GX was the last console F-Zero game. That was a good one. That was the GameCube one, right? I have it. I think I have it. Show types were used to express more easily than 8-bit. Yeah, you have to separate it. You have to like be able to identify sprites and all that. You want to say hi, girl? Come here, girl. All right, we're taking a minute from the docket to have Daisy say hi. Everybody say hi, Daisy. Let's get some likes. Let's get some likes for Daisy. She's just chilling. It's been cold today, so she's been freezing. It's like 35 degrees out. Texas ain't built for below freezing. And yeah, she has these little cherry eyes. She's had them since she was a baby. I asked the doctor if there's anything we could do about it, like if there's like an operation or something, and they say no, that it doesn't bug her. I don't like it. I think it looks ugly. Did you just see how she reacted? She was like, hey, you chill. Say hi to everybody, girl. Let's get some likes for the dog. Let's get some likes for the dog. Well, yeah, but you guys are built for snow and stuff. We don't even have an infrastructure for that. We don't have snow trucks. We don't have salt and sand for the things. We don't have chains. In 2021, when it snowed, we were fucked. The whole state's power was on the fritz because we're not built for that. We literally don't have all that set up. I think we should, even if we don't use it. I think we 100% to God should be prepared for the worst at all times. I was a Boy Scout, so always be prepared. All right, so now let's go ahead. What's up, Sega Seth? Tons of snow in your neck of woods? Dude, there's like a big winter storm coming. I think it's supposed to drop to below 30 tonight. I think it's going to be below 30 tonight. So, how many of you guys play Marvel Rivals? How many of you guys have played Marvel Rivals? It's a free-to-play game. It's basically Overwatch with, like, Marvel people. Today they announced Season 1, and the Fantastic Four's coming, and they're going to have, like, new map updates and things like that. But I wanted to talk about this, speaking of Overwatch, so let's go ahead and move. Apparently, the Overwatch 2 Twitch viewership has been halved as Marvel Rivals takes over. Like, half. Like Marvel Rivals is fucking crushing Overwatch 2, which essentially it's a clone of that game. So I've played just a little bit of Marvel Rivals. I've played a little bit of it. One, I suck. I'm terrible at it. And two, it's not really my bag. Like, I'm not into Overwatch. I'm not into... there's other games I've played in the past that are kind of like it. Give me a second. I'm getting a fucking cramp in the arch of my foot. Woo, that hurts. Fucking A. I was trying to no-sell it. Oh, Peter Griffin. Oh. 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 Oh, fuck. I get them, like, in the arch, like, where your feet is. I get them all the time there. I was trying to no-sell it. That's why you saw me bend down. I was trying to, like, squeeze it and then get back up and ignore it. But fuck. Oof. That fucking hurt. That was a bad one. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I'm not good at all with it. I'm not good at all, but I do like the character designs. I think the game has some very good character designs compared to what we've seen like in the Avengers game or what we've seen in Fortnite. They actually have the and I know somebody's going to take this out of context and say we're gooning and all right-wing rage baiters do is think about tits in their video games and all this shit. They actually made the characters fleshed out. Like, they have bodies. They have unique attributes, male and female. The girls have, like, butts, boobs. The men have actual, like, developed stuff. The females look feminine. The males look masculine. Brutes, you're wrong. You're not wrong. Those arch cramps are the worst. Squirrel Girl is hot. Squirrel Girl is hot. She's an original IP, right? She's like an original character for that. She's not even like an actual Marvel. So apparently, and I looked at this article earlier today. Dexerto is a really good place to get like pop culture news and all that. The Twitch viewership for Overwatch 2 has dropped significantly. It had 125,000 peak viewers in November, and now that Marvel Rivals is out, it's down to 64,000. Blizzard, the company that made Overwatch 2, is getting destroyed by Marvel Rivals. I think Marvel Rivals, I don't know who the company is, but it's an Asian company that made this, like an Asian. I can't think of what the company's name is, but they're compared to like how much of a legacy development studio Blizzard is. That's nuts. 125,000 peak viewers to 64,000. So, I don't know what it is. Overwatch, I think it's just Overwatch is getting old, right? And I think a lot of it has to do with people being tired of live service games. I think that's what it is. It's really hard to have a live service game come out and keep it fresh and exciting and have people interested in it. I mean, even Sony and Firewalk Studios learned their fucking lesson with Concord. You know, they brought Concord out and it fucking flopped less than 2 weeks after launch. And then Ubisoft had X Defiant, which was literally supposed to be a Call of Duty killer. That fucking lasted, what, a little over a year? Maybe under a year? I think like 9 months, maybe? So, who knows? I think Marvel Rivals is going to be killing it for quite some time. I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of characters they could put into Marvel. I think the gameplay seems like it's a little bit fresher. Zan says Black Widow's a ripoff of Modesty Blaze. Huh. Game Man says they just have to innovate and make it more fun. That's why Fortnite continues to be popular. And I play Fortnite all the fucking time. What's up, JG? All right, so I guess we're done with the Overwatch topic. Now here's another fucking topic I wanted to talk about. This one might actually be a little divisive.
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
Kookum Burst on May 1st donated $1 through Super Chat.
Kookum Burst on May 1st. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Super Chat. Kookum Burst on May 1st. I appreciate that. I'm in competition. Well, you don't have to tell anybody who else is who with what. It don't matter. We're here. Okay? That's kind of low-key advertising other people right now, right? What's up, Prater, by the way? We're here. We don't have to talk about who else is on or anything like that. It's Cucumber Burst. Okay. Well, it says Cucumber, so that's why I read it like that. What's up, Tims? Yeah, we lost our connection, guys, so that's why, that's where we're there. Did I send my friend a voodoo doll? I didn't have a voodoo doll, Ryan. I had a medallion. I appreciate that, Prater. Shout-outs. Also, shout-outs to you being a channel member. Shout-outs to Sega Seth being a channel member as well. And Denna Tims. And Roadkill. Who else do we have in here that's a channel member? We got some channel members up in here. So, yeah, we will be talking about Hogan later on the docket, though, Sega Seth. I have a docket. So, this is what I wanted to talk about right here. Elon Musk new algorithm aiming for positivity. Did you guys hear about this?
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
The Bubster86 donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Hook'em. Damn Spectrum Internet.
Yeah, Spectrum sucks. Spectrum's trash. Spectrum's like, unfortunately, a lot of stuff in San Antonio is exclusive to Spectrum. And they're like the only game in town. Like, T-Mobile internet ain't here yet. I've been trying to get T-Mobile internet since the fucking pandemic. Google Fiber is not in my area yet. So, like, my only choice is, like, Spectrum. And I think there's, like, some really cheap, terrible internet companies out here. It's more on the Spectrum internet, says Black Metal Gamer. You're not fucking wrong. Yeah, Brutes, we're good. I think we had a disconnect. And what's funny, guys, is I was sitting here talking to myself. And then I was like, something's up. Something's up. Thank you, Roadkill.
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
Roadkill _101 donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
I appreciate the Super Chats, guys. Thank you so much. That means a lot. It honestly does. It honestly means a lot. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all you guys being here. I know I'm up against stiff competition usually about this time of night, but it's not about the numbers. It's about the hangout. It's about the vibe with you guys. It's about the having a good time and being positive, which is a good segue to this whole story. Elon Musk is now going to be punishing negative accounts on X. How many of you guys use X? I'm on X all the time. I probably use X just as much, if not more, than I do YouTube. So if you're not following me at 8-Bit Eric, 8-Bit Eric on X, if you're not following me there, be sure to give me a follow. So a lot of people say that X encourages like negativity and rage bait engagement and all this. Well, now they're changing their algorithm, and people are kind of divided on this. Me, I can see what they're trying to do, but at the same time, there's been instances where he's removing blue check marks from accounts of people that are like paying. They're also removing subscriptions from accounts. They're kind of like in another phase, like another process. I know Elon Musk, not to get political, but Elon Musk just rubbed a lot of right-wing conservatives the wrong way for policing certain things on the website. They feel that it should be free speech, which I agree. I think it should definitely be a free speech platform. But at the end of the day, he owns it. And owners are going to do whatever the fuck they want. It's a little disappointing. On top of that, he did the whole thing with the H-1B or where the fuck that shit is with migrant workers and stuff. So there's like a lot of weird infighting on X when it comes to Republicans and stuff like that. But yeah, they are changing their algorithm to promote positive content over negativity. So I was actually sitting here laughing and thinking to myself earlier yesterday. I was like, man, maybe I should just be like overly positive on X, because the last 8, 9 months, 10 months, I've been shit posting, I've been rage baiting, I've been getting into like Twitter feuds with people. I don't want to get my account fucking punished. Like, I had my Twitter account for 14 years already. I don't know how many of you guys have been on Twitter that long, but my account's 14 years old on Twitter. And now they're changing the algorithm. I don't want to lose my checkpoint. I don't want to lose any of that. So yeah, it's this whole controversial move is sparking debates about censorship in the platform's future. So you can see, and this is a good thing about X now, is that you're able to do these trending topics where it summarizes it. Like, this is a summary based like on all the tweets and all the stuff. It says Elon Musk has announced an upcoming algorithm update for X, formerly known as Twitter, intended to promote more information and entertaining content while reducing negativity. What exactly is negativity, right? That's where I get the problem at, because that's like when you hear lefties say hate speech. Like, we're going to police? I don't know, man. Like, I get it. If somebody's like posting like Nazi stuff and things like that, and people dying and babies getting beheaded, I get that, right? But what's being negative? What's being negative? And it says this change aims to enhance user experience by focusing on unregretted user seconds. So this is something that he tweeted out the other day, saying that they realize a lot of people are using Twitter, and then when they're done, they're in a negative mood. They're regretting the time that they spent on the platform, so it urges people to come back less. People always say X is very toxic and things like that. I love X. I think it's Wild West. I shit post. I talk a lot of shit. I feud with people on there. I think it's great. It's and also I get to interact with you guys. It's real time. You guys can ask me questions. You guys can talk. We can all shit post. I think it's a good platform. So he wants engagement that's meaningful rather than just extensive. The update follows public discussions about how content visibility impacts free speech and platform dynamics, with some users and commentators expressing concerns over potential censorship on the stifling of diverse viewpoints. So, just to name, these are some of the response. Culture Crave, I do follow this account. It says Elon Musk says the Twitter algorithm's changing. Negativity will be penalized. That's what worries me the most. What's negativity, guys? Are we going to have snowflakes running the fucking platform again? What's up, Anthony? Welcome back. JG says, I've never used Twitter X, so I have no idea what's happening. Use toxic positivity to reinforce your cyber social score. Police everything or police nothing. All speech needs to be free. Best weapon against bad speech is better speech. I agree on that. Kenny says they love the madness, especially with the gifts. What's up, Jose Hernandez? Good to see you. Shout out to Jose. Ryan says, bring your brother on sometime on my channel. My brother's an attorney, Ryan. He's not going to come here at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night to live stream, unfortunately. He's in bed because he has court in the morning. So, and plus, I don't know if you're well aware. I know you're kind of like a casual viewer. When you have people that make content and A-Log and Patrol and things like that. Plus, you have like vicious bad actors that are wokies. Because my content is polarizing. It's divisive. It's negative, as Elon Musk would say. Bringing a family member onto stream opens up a whole other page of bullcrap. Okay? I know the other day you were saying bring your father on. Nope. Absolutely not. He'll never be on the channel. Because people already try to attack my father as it is. So no to family members coming on. My brother's been on videos a couple times. But no to family members. What's up, Hanlo? You're in California. It's only 9:39. Nice. So what are you guys what are your guys' thoughts on this algorithm change? I saw some of you guys say police everything or police nothing. I don't like it. And I hope it doesn't affect my account very much, to be completely honest. I don't like it. What's up, Charitard? So yeah, this definitely could reshape hot topics, especially if you guys currently follow me. Sometimes I get involved in what they call the culture wars. Sometimes I'll have back and forth with people like Alyssa Mercante or her ilk, or people that have like an opposing opinion. Sometimes I'll share a tweet from like libs of TikTok or N wokeness or cat turd or any of those like pro right wing. I got the hiccups now. Any of those pro right wing accounts. So is me quote tweeting, retweeting, or interacting with those accounts going to affect my account's standing on X? Like, I thought the whole thing was that he wanted to take over Twitter or X so that he could keep free speech free, right? I thought discussing hot topics and all that was important to it, but this has potential to silence criticism. Like what if somebody like Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, right? What if Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out and they post a trailer or a gameplay thing, and I say, this sucks, this looks bad. Is that going to be considered negative? Is that going to be considered negative and it's going to hurt? Like, are we not allowed to have like a opposing or negative reaction or opinion to anything? Like, let's say I'm watching NFL football, right? I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Let's say I'm watching a Dallas Cowboys game and we get an interception. Am I not allowed to tweet out, God damn it, Dak, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking piece of shit quarterback? Or would that be considered negative and affect my account? Like, you can't just sit here and be like positivity only, all right? That's that fake toxic positivity crap that all these fucking small YouTubers that are in the retro community want to push. They want to be like, oh, we're not going to complain. We're not going to say anything. If you don't like it, just don't buy it and blah, blah, blah. And don't make a video about your opinion and all this shit, right? That like, to me, if there's no negative with the positive, there's nothing. It's not even worth being a part of it. Now, JG brought up a good point, and this was what I was going to get to. A lot of people are saying Elon's putting this because he's been criticized recently. I think there's a whole thing going on with that weird account, Anthony Dineman or something like that. They're saying that's his alt. He's been getting a lot of criticism because of the H-1B migrant stuff. It's called H-1B, right? H-1B. There's a lot of people that have been criticizing him as of late. He's been in the hot seat. A lot of right-wingers are mad at Elon. So a lot of people are speculating that maybe he's putting these policies into effect so he could control the criticism against him. That he could control the negativity, that he could be like, hey, you're not going to say anything bad about me, or I'm going to take your blue check and this and that. I hope not. I hope that's not where he's going. But there's been moments this week where it seems like that's where it's going. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And JG says maybe he cares more about public opinion on himself than anything else. I mean, I would hope not, but it does. I'm not going to lie. As much as I like Elon, I feel that it feels like that's what's going on here. 110%. So, whew, we'll see what happens. I don't think this is a good solution, regardless of what the takes are. on any of that. You know, take all the political bullshit aside from it. This stuff, the way that he's working on X, the way that he's doing everything with you know, trying to censor and remove negativity and stuff like that. I don't know how I feel about it. Now, I know he did talk about this. Some were saying nothing has been implemented yet. Here we go. Algorithm tweak coming soon to promote more informational, entertaining content. We'll publish the changes to the X-ing. Our goal is to maximize unregretted user seconds. Too much negativity is being pushed that technically grows user time, but not unregretted user time. So, I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I think he did say that they haven't implemented it or something like that. There was a tweet. I haven't seen it. I don't know where I'm at on it. So nothing has been changed as of right now because they haven't posted updates on it. I personally am a fan of X as a platform, so I hope it doesn't go to shit because of this. But I don't think there's a good sign right now. If you guys haven't hit that like button yet, could you please consider doing it? We got 49 people watching, 27 likes. If we could at least match that, I'd be happy. I know it sounds stupid and kind of cheesy, like, oh guys, why don't you hit the like button and subscribe and ding the bell? But that's how YouTube works as a platform. It punishes us if there's not enough engagement. And all I ask is a simple thing, just leave a like and say hi. That's it. It's free to do that. All right, so now the next thing I want to talk about is Notch, the original Minecraft creator. This came up earlier this week, and I didn't make a video about it, but he most recently came out and essentially said that he's working on a spiritual successor to Minecraft. This is actually big. I mean, he sold Minecraft when, like 2014-ish? Somewhere around there, maybe earlier than that. One of the biggest I think he got like $2 billion for it from Microsoft. And they essentially haven't made a video game since. But now they've come out of the woodwork. And you know what's funny enough is they actually donated to Smash JT's defense fund not too long ago. The defense fund against Alyssa Mercante, fucking Notch, donated to Smash JT's defense fund. So shout outs to Notch on that. Like, literally, that's big. That's not like a fucking slouch. That's like a big person that's had some influence in the gaming industry donate to something that's going to be an interesting lawsuit here. Apparently, Yoki doesn't like Minecraft. I do. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this docket. I thought I had the fucking docket. Where the fuck did the docket go? Give me a second. What's up, Shadow? I mean, just talking about some topics. Oh, great. Did I fucking... Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. So, yeah, teasing the next game, and it's also going to be called... it's also going to be a sandbox experiment. What the hell we got? There we go. It's going to be a sandbox game. So you can see he's saying, I basically announced Minecraft 2. We'll just go to the actual tweet. I thought that maybe people actually do want me to make another game that's super similar to the first one. And I'm loving working on games again. So it's literally going to be Minecraft 2. But obviously he can't call it that. Because Microsoft owns it. Right? So it's kind of like a weird situation. Because he does have a lot to live up to. If he doesn't if it doesn't do as well as his original game, his original IP, people are gonna shit on him with it, And then on top of that, Microsoft owns the IP. So if it's too close to Minecraft, I think Microsoft could fucking sue. So JG says, I don't think you can call it Minecraft since he sold the IP to Microsoft. If it involves moving vehicles or something, it would be great. I think adding new things like more underwater exploration, more aircraft exploration, vehicles and stuff like that could be really cool. So he says, I don't super duper care which game I make first, or even if I make more, but I do know I'm making one, so I figured I'd be absolutely being willing to give it an honest shot in the form of a spiritual successor to Minecraft and put up a poll about it. Yeah, this is definitely pressure. Now, it's not going to be called Minecraft 2, but it's going to be a sandbox, which I like sandbox games. I mean, we've also had, Little Big Planet in the past, Dreams. I would even consider Mario Maker a sandbox to an extent. I mean, he created one of the most beloved games ever. And I think he could do good. He says his intentions are to be clear and honest about it, saying that spiritual successors are usually kind of, washed up. Tragic. The things I'm fearing my next game is going to be anyway, and try to push myself to avoid, so why not do the thing that people do want and are willing to give me somehow even more cash for? So he's saying, let's give the people what they fucking want. Let's give, games that I know what I could do. But he's even admitting right here, spiritual successors are usually washed up. I mean, what was that one game that came out not too long ago? Balan Wonderland? That was literally made by the person that made Sonic the Hedgehog, right? And I think everybody that's ever worked on a Sonic game, like any of the Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic Team people, anytime you've seen them make a game where it's advertised from the Sonic team, whatever, it's kind of felt a little underwhelming, right? And he's saying right here, he also intends to do this in a way that no way tried to sneakily infringe on the incredible work the Mojang team is doing, and that Microsoft is successfully doing the Microsoft shitification about. Wow. So he's saying that they've successfully shitified. Respect them for doing that as their job, and they, from what I understand, let the studio do things their way, which seems very fair to me. What he makes, he's skipping it on purpose. He got canceled. I mean, I'm going to check out his game. I'll check it out. So, yeah, there's controversies, of course, that he's had. I don't know the full lore, but I do know that he definitely donated to Smash JT's defense fund the other day. He donated to Smash JT's defense fund the other day. So, I mean, if it's because he got canceled because he's had statements that woke people didn't like or appreciate, I don't give a shit. Did he touch kids? Tell me that. Can anybody answer me? Did this guy touch kids? Because if he didn't, I don't give a fuck if he was canceled. I think you only are canceled if you let people cancel you. I don't care. I don't care if he was canceled. You donate to a fund like Smash's defense fund, you're a good person in my book. Just saying. Just saying. His next game is Super J's Mom 3D. Can you imagine? Could you imagine Super J's Mom 3D? And we're talking about Shady J, by the way. When Maxim, we have to specify that. Say Shady J, not just J, because you get all these fucking Asperger fucking artists that think we're talking about JKB. All right, guys. So now we're going to move on to the next topic, which this was last week. I didn't get to make a video about this. What's up, Miss Sparkles? Good to see you back. Good to see you back. I didn't get to make a video about this, but I wanted to talk about it. Helldivers 2 creative director. Virtue signals against DEI agenda that his publisher Sony embraces. So the creative director of Helldivers, this was a video that I saw a couple people make. Hypnotic talked about this, a couple others. I didn't get to cover it. I still might. I might even just clip this out and post it tomorrow as a video. But yeah, the creative director for Helldivers 2 virtue signals against the DEI agenda that his publisher Sony embraces. So Sony, they had Concord come out, which fucking failed. They are pushing Intergalactic with Naughty Dog. So for this guy to just openly come out and be like, yo, we're not doing that. So Johan Pilestate, I probably butchered his name, the creative director for Arrowhead Game Studios and Helldivers 2 virtual signaled against the DEI agenda that its publisher Sony embraces. And it was a post ahead of New Year Day. And he asked his followers on X, he said, within 10 minutes to 2025, what are your expectations and desires for what the next Arrowhead game will be? I'm working on the high concept, but I would love to hear your speculation. And High Divers got a lot of good praise. I know there was a lot of situation with the community managers, like on their Discord. They were banning people that were laughing at furries and putting puke emojis underneath furry posts. And I hate Discord community managers. No offense if you're one of mine in here, but a lot of these other Discord managers and Reddit mods and all this crap, they're a bunch of snowflakes that censor and cancel, and they don't give good looks. And then on top of that, they just say stupid stuff on Twitter. I feel good that the creative director for this has their common sense. All right? Like D said, somebody in the gaming industry is using their common sense. And they know that they have people that want to buy their products. That Arrowhead is successful. And if they cave into this DEI initiative, it's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it. Now, Ann X replied to this saying, never add DEI to your games. And that's an important thing. A lot of people... I had people recently tell me nobody really cares about DEI. Nobody that's a normal gamer doesn't care about woke and anti-woke. No, they do. That's why nobody's buying the stuff, okay? The casual gamers aren't buying the stuff because it's woke. At the end of the day, maybe they're not tweeting about it. Maybe they're not making content about it. But at the end of the day, people see stuff and they're like, yuck, we don't want that. We don't want woke ideology. We don't want political narratives in our games at all. I ain't buying it. I'm non-binary, like they say, right? So, Pilestet, and I know I'm butchering his name, says, if it doesn't add to the game experience, it detracts, and games should be a pure pursuit of amazing moments. And I agree with that. I agree exactly. Because what was that saying that Elon Musk said? We talked about Elon earlier. DEI kills art. It does, because then you become focused on a message. Like, oh, we have to have a checkbox. We have to have a checklist of representation and all this and that. We have to have this. We have to have a character. We have to be sensitive to this. Instead of focusing on a good story, you're more focused on offending people, making people happy, not making this modern audience where you at that does not show up. They do not support anything. They never use their wallets. It's like they're activists that really don't care about what they're being activists for. Like all the stuff that they pledge for and stuff. Where was the support for Suicide Squad? That game failed. It flopped. Where's the support for Concord? Where's the support for Dustborn? Where's the support for every single little woke game that's come out and crashed and burned? Veilguard. It's not there because these people don't play games. And I hate to say that when people go, oh, well, this guy doesn't play games. That guy doesn't play games. No, these guys don't play games. They're more worried about culture wars. They're more worried about Twitter. They're more worried about being, I'm oppressed. I'm doing this and playing identity politics so they can all feel special in their Discords. Instead of adding to game experiences, you have people working in the gaming industry that don't know how to make video games. They don't know how to make video games. Oh, well, if you don't like it, then maybe you should make your own video games. That's what Nick Calandra says, right? I'm allowed to have my opinion, and everybody else is allowed to have your opinion. Quit damage controlling for these companies. Right? If you please everybody, you please nobody. And Shadow Gamer says, facts, I just want a good story-driven game. Now, apparently they were asked by another user by the name of Bikes and Vidya, saying, how would DEI have benefited Helldivers 2? And Pilstat says, I don't like labels, but mankind is united in its extreme xenophobia on Super Earth. Hashtag inclusion. So maybe that's DEI. I really don't care. Make good games. Don't make a contemporary political statement. I mean, based as hell. Based. I'm a fan of this guy now. I didn't even play Helldivers because that whole situation with the PlayStation Network account having to be required for Steam. I don't know. I might go out and buy Helldivers now for this. Okay? Because this is good. And I think more people should adopt this. I think more people should stop worrying about offending people. I think more people should stop worrying about placating to consulting companies, placating to companies that want to come in and do narrative consulting, sensitivity training, making sure that everything is politically correct so you don't hurt anybody's fifis. And that way that the journos that are in pocket with them don't write bad things about you. It's all annoying. It is all trash. It's all unnecessary garbage. We want to be entertained. And people go, well, right-wingers don't want politics in games unless it's their politics. No, I don't want any of it. Okay? Because they want only theirs. They project so much. Wokies only want their stuff. Can you imagine if there was a heavily right-winged leaning video game out there? They would throw a fit. The wokies would throw a fit. Just like how we rage bait grifters rage over it. They would throw a fit. They'd be like, this game needs to be canceled. This game shouldn't be made. Blah, blah, blah. If one side can't have theirs, no side can. Like earlier when we were talking about X. If you police one thing, you got to police everything. You got to police everything. So I would have no problem. Would I like it? No. I still wouldn't buy the games that are woke. But if they could have their stuff, we could have ours. And relax on it. But no, that's not how it works. And DEI is literally established so that all of these companies have some DEI department that comes in, hires DEI hires, makes sure that this studio is politically correct, and then the product they're putting on hates the consumer, hates the straight white men. I'm not white, but at this point it's becoming just where men are all bad. Now, who knows? This article takes a twist and kind of says that this guy doesn't mean his shit, right? It says, Pillstat's comments appear to be good on the surface. When you look beneath it, it's apparent they're just a virtue signal and empty. I mean, him calling it out is a good look, in my opinion. I'm not going to sit here and speculate whether it's...
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
Sharitard donated $10 through Super Chat. What I've found is the more a game's setting is removed from reality, the more current-day politics clash with its writing. Contemporaneous issues like gender fluidity and queer expression ruin fantasy.
You're absolutely right, which is why stuff like Veilguard was complete garbage. I almost talked like a Boston. I was going to say garbage. Thank you, Sharitard, for the $10 Super Chat. What's up, Daniel Barry? I see you there. Yeah, Sharitard. If it's a Veilguard, completely bombed because we had like top surgery scars, we had misgendering and all this crap, and Cyberpunk had a little bit of it too. Cyberpunk had a little bit of it, and it's infiltrating everything. Like it's almost like, why don't you just make the whole game that? Like if I was a DEI studio, why don't I just literally make a game where it's called like misgendered, and it's about a character that's just like, why do you have to like sneak stuff in? Because you know people don't like it. My YouTube chat just crashed. Give me a second. Give me a second. I didn't lose y'all, did I? Push one in the chat if I'm still here. I don't think I lost y'all. I don't think I lost y'all. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so it says to elucidate that point, Gamer Gigabear noted that he was banned from the Helldivers 2 Discord server and speculated the reason why was due to his support of Mark Kern, who's Grums, by the way. And a lot of people have Grum's derangement syndrome. I know he's kind of A polarizing figure. I don't have an issue with him. In fact, I actually made a video about him in the past for one of his takes on Starfield. But either way, Discord mods are all like this. All like this. At least the woke ones, okay? My Discord mods are great. If you're not on my Discord, go to my Discord and become part of the conversation. My Discord's the best. But you can see they blocked him because of that. And then he showed a screenshot saying they must really hate Grum. So this is all speculation about why somebody was removed. They said they never communicated with it all. They probably could guess the reason for it. Furthermore, Pildstedt's claim that his game is not trying to send a contemporary political statement is disputed by his own employees. So this is, I think we made a video about this. Catherine Baskin, who's their community manager, made a tweet saying the game is pretty woke because Cerberus XT said the go woke, woke broke people have brain damage. There's no other explanation at this point. And it was on the is it woke, I guess, list. And people said this whole woke, not woke bullshit so goddamn exhausting. People just need to chill the fuck out and play some goddamn games. And they came out and said Helldivers is a pretty woke dog. Game was made by a lot of LGBTQ and brown people and black people, women, and is a big satire of jingoism. It amuses me they don't know that Super Earth is bad. I don't know. I mean, that's probably sarcasm at the end of the day. But also these people think just because LGBTQ people, brown people work on something that it has to be woke. I'm Mexican and I literally have never used that as a reason to feel represented in something or to push a certain narrative and stuff. And then also they were laughing about removing bigots, transphobes, homophobes, stuff like that. Now, this is a Discord mod. I don't know if they're paid by the official studio that made Helldivers. I don't even know if they make money being Discord mods. Somebody in the chat earlier said it seems like they have a 9 to 5 because that's all they do is sit on Discord. So it's hard to say whether this is the studio's fault that they have people like this, but it definitely doesn't do it any justice. Okay? And if it's not their fault, you could bet your bottom dollar Catherine Baskin is upset that the creative director is saying DEI doesn't belong in their next game. Because this is all these guys live for. They all just live and die by the DEI. Now, here's another moderator who came out here basically saying gender identity is not politics. It's literally someone's identity. They have a zero tolerance policy. So this is like rules on the Helldivers 2. I covered this on a video. This is back in June, right? If you're attempting to bait people by flagrantly injecting your sexuality in the convo just to start fights, that will also result in the timeout. Like, this is what Discord, like I say Discordian, this is Discordian behavior. And when I see, like, people that are always fighting, trauma dumping, over negative, spurgy, I don't like that. And again, like I said, this is when they were banning people for vomit reacting to art, like furry art, LGBTQ art. Like, this is how wild the Discord for Helldivers 2 got. Like, being triggered over vomit emojis over fan art. See, if you want to vomit react furry art or be a joke about furry art, you're lining up for a 24-hour timeout by me. This mod, Hamburger with cheese, so fucking deranged. So, I don't know. And then apparently there was an alleged handbook for the game community managers talking about it. A new user declares that identity politics have no place in video games. Outcome immediate ban. This is direct. So this is for their community. I don't know if the community management team has anything to do with the creative director for the game. I don't know if there's a separation. So who knows if this creative director agrees with all this stuff, agrees with the DEI page on the fucking the studio's website itself. But I do think that, I mean, even just saying it, I mean, maybe he's faking a funk. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, in all honesty, because, I mean, that's a pretty good call out saying DEI should not be around unless it adds. but that didn't exactly say, you know, a disavow of it. You know, I think one main thing that developers should fucking do and focus on is make sure that inclusivity and DEI and all this doesn't overshadow the gameplay quality. But that's something that's been happening. That's something that we haven't been able to get away from. Literally, like every game that focuses on DEI misses the mark by a mile, guys. It's almost like they don't know who they're making the video games for. Now, I think if this is his true Pilestites, I don't even think I'm saying his name right. If this is his real views, I think that I think there's literally a shift, all right? Especially with this election outcome and everything. There's a growing resistance against DEI, especially if it's performative, which again, like I said, I feel a lot of people are performative with their DEI efforts. I feel that they're just doing it so that they could not get canceled. Right? Does that make sense? Like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I fall in line. And they call us grifters. Like, they call us grifters because we're saying what you guys want to hear. We're rage baiting the correct news and saying the right views for you guys so that you're happy and you don't cancel us. When they're doing that, when they literally are making sure they're following woke ideologies, woke narratives, promoting DEI, having POCs, LGBTQs, just so they don't offend anybody. Is that not technically their definition of grifting? I would say that's exactly what it is. So I think it's hard being a consumer because we obviously want to have fun when we're playing something. Now, should certain writers and authors and people that make games have their creative expressions and stuff? Sure, okay? But when it becomes too overwhelming and it replaces the gameplay and the actual narrative and stuff like that, that's when it becomes a problem. And especially when they start attacking the consumer. Like, if a studio wants to be woke, go ahead. But when I start seeing old tweets come up about crusty white guys and Trump and rage baits and right wingers and you're fucking fighting with right wing YouTubers that are giving an opinion, that's where it looks bad. When you're telling people you mad, bro, and stuff like that, when you're getting involved in culture war, instead of just making games, that's when it's like, okay, cool. You're entering the dungeon. You're entering the Thunderdome. You're not immune to criticism at that point. Yoki says DEI sneaking trans issues in games is equivalent of toy companies putting tickle buttons. I mean, the HD2 Discord super toxic. I use Discord Shadow Gamer. I actually have a Discord, which if you guys want to join it, command Discord. Botrick should be posting. Botrick should be posting the Discord right now. All right, so the next thing I have on this beautiful beautiful fucking docket, which let me go ahead and show you guys what I got. I don't know if you guys have been following Local Live, but it seems like every episode Keem's upset at his docket team because they don't know how to make a docket with links, talking points, details. I made this in like less than 20 minutes. I actually sat here and made a docket today, guys, with stuff I saw that interested me. It didn't take long at all. At all. I think there's 14 talking points. We're at 8. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer, ladies and gentlemen. So let's pull up the next topic, which is, I made a video about this, actually. This is about Ubisoft, which is just going to be like a quick little rehash. By the way, push 1 in the chat if you have not. My God, that is zoomed the fuck in. Can I zoom that out? Wait a second. There we go. Oops, shit. I was not trying to click that. Push 1 in the chat if you're having a good time, by the way. Good time. These are the good time. What's up? Casey's Raw. Leave your past behind. I'm getting hot. Shout out to Casey's Raw. He's been a member for like 2 years, guys. By the way, if you're not a member yet, hit that join button. I think this week we'll try member. I'll let channel members call. Like maybe on Wednesday stream, something like that. We'll do that. If you guys could behave, no gamer words. No gamer words. So Ubisoft, I made a video about this. It says their market cap dropped 85% from 2021 to 2025. I don't think there's any way that these guys are going to fucking survive, regardless of how Assassin's Creed Shadows does. I think they've lost way too much money, and we'll talk about that in a minute, to recover. I think this is it. I think their goose is cooked. Okay? So an 85% drop in market value since 2021, and that's attributed to delays. I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows literally got a 3-month delay that probably cost them millions of dollars. And then repetitive open world formulas. I mean, Star Wars Outlaws. We had Assassin's Creed Mirage. We had all that. X-Defiant fucking flopped. I don't even know how much money they wasted on X-Defiant, but that was supposed to be a Call of Duty killer. That was the COD killer. That was the COD killer. And that failed within less than a year. Star Wars Outlaws struggled to get 1 million. Prince of Persia cost them money. Skull and Bones cost them like 560 million, I think. Maybe even closer to 600 million. And it flopped. So Assassin's Creed Shadows, they're already millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, guys, in the red. If Assassin's Creed Shadows even is a success, there's a chance that this company is going to be sold or go bankrupt anyway. And a lot of people, and I've heard this, I remember when I first started playing like Valhalla, people were like saying they're tired of the Ubisoft formula. That a lot of their games are the same. And even if you really want to look, like I know a lot of people give EA shit. I know a lot of people give Activision shit. They at least sometimes innovate or make good stuff here or there. But it always seems like Ubisoft is like a generation behind. Sniping says they tried X-Defiant. It was average. There was interesting ideas, but
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
Sheritard donated $5 through Super Chat. 1/3 of furry art is cub content, and some attempt to pink pill underage members time and time again. They're deplorable.
Chartard, I would not disagree with that. I would never, ever, 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 like, okay, if you're a furry, I get it, whatever. But you know 110% is creepy. It's fucking creepy. It's weird. And there's a lot of pink pill undertones. I'll agree with that. And thank you so much. Get a hashtag Chartard. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Maxim. I will be changing that. Because I don't want anything to do with Rich. So let's be honest. Let's have a good combo real quick. What changes do you think Ubisoft needs to do to regain their footing? Like, the obvious one is quit pandering with fucking black legendary samurai Yasuke, who is not even a real samurai, right? Quit pandering for the modern audience. That's one. I mean, look at this. Their market cap is just going down, dude. From 2020, look, the start of 2020 was up here. Now look, back to like decade lows. 2014 was right down here. They're almost just as bad as they were a decade ago. And a lot of that is because of the stupid fucking things that they choose to do. It says this represents an alarming loss of approximately 85% of its market value. They went from a market capitalization of $12.17 billion in January 2021, and the value plummeted to a mere $1.78 billion by January. Somebody's getting fucking fired, guys. Somebody's getting fired. It continued decreased nearly 43%, a reduction of $10.39 billion over 4 years. Highlights deep-rooted issues within the company's operations and strategy. There's no way Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to save this company, guys. They're cooked. Even if it sells good, let's say for some reason it sells like 5 million copies, they're cooked. What's up, Portal? Probably too far gone. Game's taking 4 to 8 years to develop. I don't know what they could do in the near term. Like, I played Prince of Persia. I liked the Prince of Persia Lost Crown. I played Avatar. That game was garbage. I streamed it twice. There was nothing captivating by it. There was nothing enjoyable. It just felt like a mid game. Valhalla was amazing. Mirage was okay. Shadow says Ubisoft is done, and they did it to themselves. And of course, there's all the other stuff that they say, like that we should be comfortable not owning our games and stuff like that. Look right here. It says if Shadows flops, it could cripple Ubisoft's ability to secure further loans to sustain operations through 2025. With its current valuation to debt ratio, no bank would be likely to extend additional credit without a solid assurance of repayment. Unless a miracle occurs, Shadow could deepen Ubisoft's financial woes and potentially push the company towards bankruptcy. I think this is what's going to happen. I think this is what's going to happen. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is the sunset, the ride into the sunset. Its valuable assets, particularly Rainbow Six Siege and Assassin's Creed, could be worked more separately than together. The upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows faces stiff competition from Ghost of Yotei, and recent failures suggest deeper organizational issues beyond individual game performances. And even if Assassin's Creed Shadows sounds good, guys, it's not going to save Ubisoft. It's not. I mean, look how much they lost with Skull and Bones. Over $500 million. They probably lost just as much with Star Wars Outlaws. They're in the red. Even if, an 85% market cap decrease, even if Assassin's Creed Shadows does good, X-Defiant just closed down. They probably lost millions on that. At this point, I had an interesting theory where Tencent, who's involved with them, you think about it, Saudi Arabia and Tencent want to get into the gaming industry pretty quickly, right? What better thing to do than with your partners, encourage them to make mistakes like put DEI in games. That way they start losing money, and then you could swoop in and get it for pennies on a dollar, right? I think Tencent's going to buy it. I think Tencent is going to buy Ubisoft. They were already accused by an investor, A1 Investments, for basically colluding with them. They were already accused about that. So, I mean, to me, that if I was China and I was wanting to get a foothold, tank the companies that I work with on purpose, encourage them, advise them, and boom, buy it. You can see this article says cultural and ideological overreach has played a role in Ubisoft's downfall. The company's intense focus on DEI initiatives has alienated a portion of its core fan base. And yeah, it's a substantial portion. Overindulgence in DEI without balance in other strategic priorities has led to disenchantment among loyal customers and investors. Absolutely. That's a big part of it. Big fucking part of it. JG says they've never played an Assassin's Creed game. I played the last, 3 or 4. I liked Valhalla a lot. There was a lot of content on Valhalla. All right. Oh, shit. Hold on. What the fuck did I just do? That's the thing, though, and that was an interesting thing that they talked about in that article. DEI kills art. You remember that phrase? DEI kills art. Elon said it. I think a lot of these people are just coping when they say that gamers don't care about DEI. Somebody literally confronted me at a convention saying that I need to tone down my rhetoric because it's inciting people. No, DEI is absolutely a thing, and there's a growing backlash from everybody. Okay? I've seen people, if a game is good, I don't care what it has to say. Well, if a game's good, usually it's not focused on DEI. It goes hand in hand, all right? Again, there's artistic, creative freedom. Like, if you're going to write a story, make it good, okay? And we're allowed to say if a game is good or not. Okay, just because somebody's like, oh, I'm going to be artistic and make a video game about a female protagonist who's a person of color but also LGBTQ and their struggle identifying in the world and yada yada, that's fine. You have all the creative freedom in the world, but we have every right to criticize it. We're literally free to talk bad about it. That's the problem. Is the people that want to push DEI to us, they don't want the backlash that comes with it. They really don't. They really don't want it. They don't like this growing backlash that's against DEI focused initiatives in gaming and company. It's not just gaming, dude. It's everything. Even stores are doing it. Even I saw people talking about our government and our security and our safety and things like that, where there's literally like people that are hired that are underqualified for responsible jobs, responsible companies, because they're DEI hires. I think it's genuine concerns, right? I don't think it's reactionary content, but people like to throw that term out there. Reactionaries. These guys are just like, oh, my freedoms and my little, we're going to get to it in a little bit, but it's not reactionary content. It's our right to talk about how we feel about stuff. It doesn't matter if I want to bitch about this fucking Diet Coke. I have every right to do it. Okay? Let me read the chat a little bit. Starting your second nature to avoid all that garbage. There's stuff the main thing that you always see people say, and that was also in that Gaming While Black documentary, that trailer that we reacted to the other day, where they're saying, oh, I see how they do black characters and I don't like how they represent us and how they don't do this and that. Okay, that's cool. You could want to be represented all you want. To me, I think that's a little narcissistic to be like, oh, I need to be represented in my games and stuff. But I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird. I think you could meet expectations of diversity without alienating people. Is it a fine line? Absolutely. But coming in and hiring consultant firms that attack gamers, that's super divisive. You're going in being divisive already. You're going in with employees that hate gamers, that literally write that they want to get rid of gamers and stuff. There's no middle ground with them. They're already coming in with a bias. If they really wanted diversity, these companies that are like Sweet Baby and stuff, they would hire people that are both left-wing and right-wing and come up with a happy medium. Right? Anyway, speaking of somebody that wants to try to attack gamers and talk about shit and all this and that. Where is it? Everybody's favorite former Kotaku journalist posted their first video on their YouTube channel. And it's everything that you could have expected. Right? So I'm going to use this tweet from Smash because I reacted to it too. And I responded to it. And I checked out her video. And it was everything that you would expect. You come in, she's trash talking independent content creators, YouTubers, calling them reactionary, basically gatekeeping for Access Media. Smash put, Alyssa Mercante has updated her YouTube channel bio and is now apparently a self-proclaimed freelance games and cultural journalist, global director of DEI initiatives. The account has been around since 2011 and currently only has one video listed that was published today. The too long didn't read her video to save you a click is a cut of her Twitch live stream of her shilling hard for the video game industry and why us plebes are not welcome in it like her and her colleagues are. Who's going to tell her? The reason why we're not welcome, guys, is again, we're all reactionary. Even you guys, we're all rage bait grifters. I hate sometimes how Twitter screenshots work. But here's the clip from her stream.
Every single major award show is voted on by people who are within that industry. And if I'm being completely honest with you, that's how it should be, because those are people who understand the work and the effort, the best that goes into those things. If you are every single major award show.
So the context of that is she had a fit about Black Myth Wukong being voted Game of the Year at the Steam Awards because fan voting goes into that. Like, it factors into it. Like, the fans voted for it. And she's trying to say that essentially fans, reactionaries, we don't know shit about games. Only Access Media does. Only gaming journalists do. And part of her stream or her video was she was talking about, and you know, I'm not going to say Black Myth Wukong was some kind of innovative, huge game that was, you know, I think it was like a 7 or an 8. Okay. I thought it was passable. Did I like it as much as other games? No. But she was basically just tearing it up, saying the only reason why it's getting Game of the Year and getting nominated for stuff is because all these anti-woke people back, you know, behind it and are pushing for it, and that all these chuds are voting for it when actual people in the gaming industry know better and that we don't. Essentially, that's what the whole video was. I'm saving you a click. I don't want to get brain rot from going and watching her full video on her channel. But it's everything that you would expect. Everything that you would expect. So I put, bro, I checked the first few minutes. She's already trying to discount YouTube creators. Why is everything she says or does so negative, and then she's confused why people are critical? And that's the issue, is this, like me giving my takes right here, is stalking to her. It's obsessive to her. It's harassment to her. When it's not. It's not. If you're going to be a streamer, if you're going to be uploading on Twitch, if you're going to be uploading on YouTube, if you're going to be talking on Twitter, you are opening your opinions to the public sphere. Anybody could criticize. Anybody could say you're wrong. Anybody could insult you. That's how it works. Welcome to the internet, snowflake. Especially when you're attacking gamers and you're trying to, once again, stick up for this gatekeeping Access Media out there. Somebody asked me if she was more positive, would my opinion of her change? And I said, You're failing to understand the argument. It's not that she's positive or not. All journos gatekeep so Access Media can reap the benefits. Let's look at Smash's replies. Jay Viper says she's just doing the DEI shit to get attention. I'm going to ignore this. She's born. And I'm starting to think that a lot now, too. I'm starting to think a lot of people are doing this activist stuff. This, oh, I'm pro DEI, just so they could fit in and get attention and be like, look at me. I'm doing activism. I'm this and that. When I think it's just a fucking grift itself. Like, they're calling us grifters. I think they're just grifting themselves. Hypnotic says the best way to discount the voices of YouTubers is to become a YouTuber yourself. I mean, yeah, how are you going to say YouTubers and reactionaries, their opinion means nothing, and then you're becoming one yourself? You're literally streaming 3 days a week, bundling your highlights and your clips to post it. Make that make sense. So everything that she's called us grifters and this and that, she has a Patreon now. She takes donations now. She even gets gifted video games now. She sits there and regurgitates news, other people's news stories, and she labels it as freelance. Well, then I'm freelance too. Right? I'm freelance as well. And of course, as usual, getting fucking roasted in the comments. So she's unemployed bum because no one wants her talent anywhere near the businesses. Got it. She's claiming to be the queen of DEI. Is this the same as an asylum patient claiming to be Napoleon? I mean, that's fair. The woman is sure out of touch with the times. Woke and DEI are dead. They're on the run and hiding. The bulk of their members deleted their pronouns and flags from their bios and are pretending they were never woke. And Valent in the chat says for her, it's freelance. For you, it's reactionary. That's the thing, is it's always this thing, and I've seen other people do it. I think Cortez from Kind of Funny Games was saying that, like, Access Media, like, we don't have the credentials, guys. Like, I don't have the credentials. Never mind, I've been to the GameStop Expo, E3, several conventions. I used to work for a website called originalgamer.com. I've been a journalist for publications. I've been published. I've been in books. Okay, I'm going to be interviewed by a magazine here shortly. I've been in the fucking newspaper. What do you mean I don't have credentials? That's their way of trying to invalidate your opinion, to make you feel like whatever you say doesn't matter. And that's not what it should be, okay? They want to talk about rage bait grifters being exclusionary and all this crap. No, this is exclusionary. All this nonsense that they pull is exclusionary. EMAC says they could do whatever they want with the words, but if we don't buy their slop, then it's not going to matter when they go out of business for completely ignoring player desires. And I absolutely agree. And who's the first people that they blame when a game fails, guys? If they tell us, if you don't like it, don't buy it, we don't buy it, who do they blame? Who do they blame? Us, the gamers, that they told don't buy. They're constantly moving the goalposts. I like this. The face when people laugh when you say you're a journalist. So yeah, she posted a video, her first video on her YouTube channel. And again, she's just as reactionary as we are. So why is there's this line of separation where they think that just because we're not woke, just because we're not left, that's the problem. We're only grifters because they don't agree with the opinion, right? Even though there's a fine line of a difference. There's the line, one side goes left, one side goes right. That's the difference. That's why people call you grifters. That's why people throw shit fits, because one side cannot fathom that other people have a different opinion. And so what these journalists do, like Mercante, is they try to have this thing to invalidate your opinion. They try to say, oh, your opinion doesn't matter because you're not Access Media. And that's how it's always been. Even before Gamergate and all that. That's how it's always been. That's how they act. That's how they act. And they're afraid of independent creators. They're afraid of YouTubers. They're afraid of streamers that can talk to an audience, that have free thought. They think that just because you guys follow people like myself, Smash, Hypnotic, Very Dark, Grums, that you guys can't think for yourselves. That you guys are a whole bunch of hillbillies. She even made like an impression on her video doing a hillbilly voice. Oh, my freedom, my rights, and these guys, blah blah. That's not how you guys are. You guys aren't retarded. You're not hillbillies. You guys can think for yourselves. But they can't fathom that. They cannot fathom that at all. So yeah, wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's interesting. You know, now I guess now she's a YouTuber, even though she hates YouTubers. Make that make sense, everyone. Now we're gonna talk about some fun stuff. I have a few things from today. Hopefully WWE does not strike this. I have gotten struck by WWE in the past, right? What's up, G McFly? My volume's not low. It's just that the microphone's away from me. And when I turn, it's like that. They should stop crying and man up. I don't have desk space for this. I can't. If I sit too close, I'm going to be like this. Anyone want to put a bet on how long she lasts on YouTube? I don't care. I ain't going to watch her unless I could get some good stuff out of it. It's going to be the same shit. All right, so WWE has struck me in the past for even showing like small iotas block videos. I'm sure all you guys heard this already, that Hulk Hogan got booed. Of course he's going to get booed in Los Angeles. What do you expect? So yeah, he appeared on Raw, which premiered on Netflix, promoting the real American beer. And the Los Angeles fans booed him loudly during the promo. Initially, his music got a pop when it came, but it's Los Angeles. He voted Republican. He voted for Trump. What do you expect? If this happened anywhere else, Texas, Florida, Oklahoma, Louisiana, he'd get cheered. Ding Dong says Hogan's getting booed while Jeff Jarrett's cheered now. Crazy times. One time in a fucking pro-liberal city doesn't mean somebody's getting booed constantly. So we'll watch this clip. And it seems like, was it awkward? Sure, it was awkward. I don't think it was the best thing to have him show up in Los Angeles. So I put, of course they are. Bunch of liberals, right? I'm going to give myself a like. Somebody said, I'm confused. Why is Hulk Hogan getting booed out of the building? Without him, there's no WWE. The most awkward segment of the year. Let's leave politics aside for a night. Enjoy the show. I mean, honestly, it's because Trump derangement syndrome. That's it. And regardless of what, Trump still won. So, and you know what? They signed a deal with Real American Beer in WWE. His beer's an official sponsor. They're an official sponsor. Their logo is on the ring canvas now. So guess what? There's a chance that he'll be there next week. And the week after that. And the week after that. He might even have a televised role. So you could boo this guy all you want. You know, I'm in the camp of there's worse things to hate somebody for than them voting for somebody. Or them saying a racist slur over a decade ago. It was like, what, 2000 fucking, when was it? 9? 10 when he did it? He's owned up to it. I think time has passed. There's worse things out there. What are they honestly mad about? Oh, racist. Oh, like, bro, give me a break. WWE is using him as a partner. If they don't care, they're literally taking a risk. They're literally taking a risk. Move on. D says you're still not over it. Well, cool, but that doesn't mean that he has to be booed everywhere. I don't care. I don't care that he said that. Literally, it was over a decade ago. Big deal. What is there never a redemption for anybody? There's never a redemption for anybody. I'm just saying, if you're gonna boo him now, keep booing him every week. That's my take. It's Los Angeles. I'm not surprised that they're booing him. If this was in a different state, he'd been okay. Honestly, I think a lot of people are past it, except liberals. Now, here's the other funny story. We'll open this right here. This is another Raw thing. This is actually more funny. Travis Scott, the rapper Travis Scott, showed up on Raw tonight with Jey Uso and Jey Uso's entrance. He had a fucking joint in his mouth. He had a joint in his mouth during the entrance with Jey Uso. I don't think WWE's going to work with him ever fucking again. He had a joint, right? And Travis Scott's continually always doing something, man. He's always doing something to for better or worse, trend, go viral. He marches to the beat of his own drum. If you've seen some of his concert videos and stuff like that, he definitely has a loose cannon personality at times. So we're going to watch this right here. Hopefully WB doesn't... It's in his right hand, right here. No! It's very easy to miss.
Are you sure you're safe?
I'm trying to pause it. No! There it is. Do the controls move? You guys see it? It's right there. I wonder if Jey Uso took a hit. I wonder if Jey Uso took a hit. That's pretty fucking funny, though. I'm pretty sure somebody in the back yelled at him for it, even though he is a celebrity. And I think with Netflix, we're going to start to see weekly celebrities. I think they're going to go back to having weekly celebrities every week to show up and cause like a mainstream buzz for WWE on Netflix. I think we're going to definitely see that. But these celebrities need to learn how to behave themselves, to be completely honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he got yelled at. Now we got one more story for the docket, and then we can rehash and retalk and stuff like that. I do see some of you guys still talking about Hogan. To me, wrestling wouldn't be where it's at without him. Fans could have their opinion. You guys can have their opinion. To me, I don't give a shit. You know, I respect Hogan professionally as a wrestler. If I saw him, I would shake his hand. And if there was a big issue, WWE wouldn't be doing business with him. Whether he lied about a story or lied about something in the past, wrestling related or backstage wise, every single pro wrestler at some point has done that. So apparently CES was going on. I didn't catch too much news. From CES, but they announced that there's going to be a Horizon Zero Dawn film adaptation. Sony Pictures and PlayStation Productions announced that they are going to be developing a live-action film adaptation of the video game Horizon Zero Dawn. The film will bring the game's post-apocalyptic world to the big screen. The announcement has sparked excitement among fans and industry observers, with promotional materials showcasing Aloy in various settings from the game, emphasizing her role as a skilled archer in the world. Blah, 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 blah. I wonder who they're going to get to play the main character, but this series has gotten a little bit of heat, especially the last game for the DLC, because there was like LGBTQ stuff. How do you guys feel about this possibly being made into a movie? And who do you guys think should cast? Who should be casted? That's the number one question. Is casting's going to prove whether this movie is for the modern audience or not. 110% casting's going to prove whether this is made for an audience, a modern audience or not. And I don't know how the fan base is with Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. I don't know if they're as strong in defending. It was a forgettable game, so it'd be a forgettable movie. See, like, I personally hadn't even played it. I haven't played it. I haven't checked it out. I doubt they're going to cast a white ginger, because woke Hollywood hates white people. I don't have a problem with the story being a female protagonist. If it's good, I'll sit down and I enjoy it. For it being a video game adaptation, I don't have much expectations.
8-Bit Eric was there. I wanted to eat his ass. Absolutely.
Cheritard donated $2 through Super Chat. Also 5,090 is $2,000. Jensen said it had PFLOPs.
Oh yeah, they I gotta turn that alert down. That alert was way too loud. I'm sorry guys if it hurt your ear. I only raised the desktop sound up for those Twitter clips and I forgot to lower it back down. I apologize. Yeah, I saw something about that. I'm not computer tech savvy, so I don't know much about any of that, but that's a big fucking grip of cash to get a card, in my opinion. I can't think of an actress at the top of this to where I would, the first one was worth it. See, I remember PlayStation gave it away during the pandemic. They had a PlayStation Days of Summer where they gave away the game for free. At least the first one. I might have the second one. I'm not even sure. Like, I haven't gotten around to playing it. So, that's my docket for now. That's everything that I had ready for tonight. Wow, that actually lasted me 2 hours. I'm mad that the stream cut off earlier. I really am. I know it was mostly about games. There wasn't any drama. There wasn't any, like, inside scoop or inside drama or anything like that about anybody. That's not always going to be the case. That's not always going to be the case. So we'll hang out for a little bit. It's already going to be 1. I'd still got to work out. So I'll give you guys about 5 minutes. We can hang out. I can answer some questions. I do need to figure out this mic thing. I'm probably going to have to put the gain up. Maybe I could put some gain and it would pick up my voice a lot more with filters on OBS. Remember the people that... Oh, Travis Scott, yeah, at Astroworld. There was a lot of people that fucking died. Very controversial. I think that's why his skin hasn't been back on Fortnite. I mean, even WWE used multiple people that got canceled today. They had Hogan and Travis Scott. 2 people that have been completely canceled. Because Travis Scott got canceled after Astroworld. Those clips are creepy, guys. Like the concert looked like a portal, and like the images like on the screen behind it were like fucking borderline demonic and shit. It had like a weird vibe. Dearest Abby, chicken nuggets or cheeseburgers? Cheeseburgers. Or a cheeseburger with nuggets tucked in. Last time with the Chasers, saw Billy like a year ago. We did a toy chasers. We did a toy chasers. Let's go. What's up? We need to go for hamburgers. Abby. So if you're in the winter storm shit, please be safe. I know Texas, we're weak when it comes to this shit. Oh, wow. They teased 2K25 coming out. I did not see that. See, I didn't see the full episode of Raw. So I didn't see any of that. Yeah, it's pretty cold here. I'm hungry now, too. Abby literally came in and made my stomach growl. Made my stomach growl. How are we doing tonight? We're cold. That's why I was able to wear a hoodie the whole fucking night. I have shorts on, though. I'm wearing shorts, but I have a hoodie. I still have my socks on. I'm cold. But I'm not turning the heater on. The heater gets way too fucking hot. Heater gets way too hot. The heater does not go above 70 during the winter. It's on, and I have blankets. And I'm going to take care of this beard soon. I've been kind of lazy, especially right here. It's getting in the eyes. Been lazy. I don't know if I'm going to do goatee only. Or just do porn stash only. Or just trim it. Do like the pirate Johnny Depp look. We'll figure it out. I got to clean it up a little bit. Don't touch the thermostat. Exactly. I was snooping around and I saw that on your story earlier today, Abby. How often do we use a heater? It gets a little chilly during January and February. It gets chilly. It gets a little chilly. I'm kind of mad that my internet connection went out earlier. It would have been a nice, long, continuous live stream, but now it's broken up into two. That kind of irks me. It's not ADD or OCD, but like, I wish you could combine them. You can't, though. I do appreciate everybody that's here. That's a channel member, by the way. I'm going to try to do shout outs to Abby, Tim's, Roadkill. Who else is in here? I saw a few others. Shout outs to all you guys that are channel members. Thermostat 70 and regular 70. I mean, you're not wrong. That's why I said it doesn't go above 70. But shout out to all the channel members. I might be doing channel member call-ins soon. Like from the Discord. So if you guys are on the Discord, there'll be like a members waiting and a members call-in. We might start to do that really soon. I think that'll be pretty fun. I think that could add to some of these streams. Remember, my current streaming schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Now, this Friday I have a wrestling show, but if I get home early enough, I might stream super late that night. Still. So my next live stream will be Wednesday. Wednesday. And I'll probably be doing it at 10 o'clock at night. Wednesday is going to be a pretty big day for me. We have special guests coming to my wrestling school that night. I'm not going to say who. You guys will see the photo on the stream that night. I'll show you guys the photo. I have 2 special guests coming to my wrestling school that night that are from a pretty substantial wrestling promotion. I'll just leave it there. And Friday I have a wrestling match. Saturday and Sunday I don't. If I don't stream Friday, guys, I'll stream Saturday. Let's make that promise right here. We'll make that promise right here. If I don't stream Friday night, we'll stream Saturday sometime. Did you guys like the docket that I had stuff to talk about? Did you guys like that, or was it too much gaming? Do you guys want variety of stuff, memes, movies, things like that? I'm just picking topics that I'm interested in. If you guys are cool with that, it's not always going to be me sitting here talking about Mercante or review tech or whatever. All right, I'm trying to get away from review tech. I don't care about review tech. Variety works. Again, if you're not in the Discord, guys, command Discord, come in and join. The water's fine. It is 1 a.m. my time. I'm gonna have to call it a night because I still have to work out, and I've been having trouble sleeping too. So I do appreciate everybody that popped in. Thank you so much. There's my Discord. Hit that if you want to join. And I'm gonna call it a night. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe. Check out my video from today. I had